Nigeria waited decades for the Dangote refinery. A project promised to end fuel scarcity, stabilize our economy, and finally free us from the shackles of importation. But today, instead of relief, Nigerians are waking up to anger, betrayal, and chaos. Why are workers rising against Africa's biggest refinery? Why are petrol sales in Naira suddenly halted? And what does this mean for you, the ordinary Nigerian struggling to buy fuel? Stay with me, because the truth behind this crisis is more shocking than you think. When Aliko Dangote announced his $20 billion refinery, Nigerians cheered. Punch described it as the single biggest industrial hope for Africa. We were told it would create jobs, stabilize fuel prices, and make our economy self-reliant. But today, according to Vanguard, over 800 refinery workers have been abruptly laid off, sparking outrage. Protests have erupted and whispers of labor exploitation are flooding social media. So how did we go from national pride to national betrayal? And why should every Nigerian be worried? Workers allege unsafe conditions, delayed salaries, and mass retrenchment. Reuters reports insiders calling it modern-day slavery in a billion-dollar facility. Imagine this. Men and women who built the refinery with their sweat and blood are now pushed aside like scrap metal. No compensation, no future, just hunger. But it doesn't stop at labor injustice, because this crisis is now hitting you directly at the fuel pump. According to Punch newspaper, Dangote refinery suddenly halted petrol sales in Naira. Let that sink in. Yes, in a country where ordinary Nigerians are already crushed by the Naira's weakness, poverty, insecurity, and joblessness, you are now being told, pay in dollars or no fuel. This means endless fuel queues. It means black market exploitation. It means that the very project meant to save Nigerians is now draining them dry. So is this the refinery of hope or a refinery of suffering? And what is really going on behind the scenes? Follow the money. Experts told Vanguard News that international oil buyers may be putting pressure to dollarize sales, locking Nigerians out of the very fuel produced on their soil. Could this be true? But that is what I read according to Vanguard. The refinery is not just an economic project. It is a political battlefield where elites profit and citizens bleed. But Nigerians are not staying silent, and neither should you. On social media, hashtags like Save Our Refinery and Dangote exploitation are trending, especially on Twitter X. Nigerians are asking, how can we pay in dollars for fuel when our salaries are in Naira? Mothers waiting in fuel queues, taxi drivers losing a day's income, students stranded. This isn't just about petrol, this is about survival. Where is the government? Reuters reports silence and confusion in Abuja. Instead of protecting workers and citizens, officials are seen shaking hands at refinery ribbon cuttings while Nigerians are left in darkness. It is the same story we've heard for decades. Leaders celebrate projects, but the people never feel the impact. Same old tricks by the never-die politicians every time. So the question is, if the refinery isn't for Nigerians, then who is it really for? I want you to answer that by examining your conscience very well. Think of a father who cannot buy petrol to drive his children to school, a worker who lost his job overnight, a trader whose goods rot because there's no transport, taxi drivers hiking fares because they cannot afford to buy the fuel at an affordable price. This isn't just about a refinery, it is about shattered dreams. But here's the truth. Silence keeps us chained. Outrage breaks those chains. Nigerians must demand transparency, not just in Dangote's refinery, but in every promise politicians and billionaires make. Don't just watch. Speak, share, comment. Let the world know that we are awake. Because if we stay silent today, tomorrow, it won't just be petrol. It will be everything as it is already happening. People are being clamped down when they air their voices or engage in a peaceful protest. They call it cybercrime or treasonable felony. Meanwhile, those terrorists perpetrating evils are pardoned and integrated back into the society every time they claim they have repented. This is sectionalism at the highest level. Drop your thoughts in the comments. Should Nigerians boycott dollarized fuel, or is there another way? In case you have not heard about it, check out the current fracas between the Pengasa and Dangote refinery. Don't forget to like, share, and subscribe, because the more we expose them, the harder it becomes for them to hide. Thanks. This is KD Gist and Buzz Corner, where we bring you the latest happening around the world on the entertainment, sports, and politics. Speak the truth, no matter how loud the silence is. Signing out.